My name's Fox. I got top 8 at 2025 Oceanic's WCQ using Onomat Ryzeal. And these are the two that I tested with, John and Oscar. We played very similar lists, a couple differences, but yeah, I'll run through it now. So the Ryzeal engine, 2 ice, 2 X, 2 sword, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, they're good. Then you play 3 more X and another X. Actually, no, normally ice. A lot of the time it's ice to help play through draw.
Very stock.
Yeah,
There's
X
nothing
if you're going second, nothing to talk about. Then the fun stuff, which is 3 warrior, a glove, a goblin, and a knight. These cards say put a rank 4 on field.
Before you search.
Before you search. This one is circular, sends this. This one summons back when this is on field. This one is budget ice. This one is budget X. Then you put a rank 4 on field, and you get to make Reflecia with Gravedigger's Trap Hole, so you can't get rolled. Along with a bunch of other applications.
They all search in order. So this searches this searches this.
Yeah. When detached, they search. So often, like first action, if you don't have any other engine, you're making Banshee, and then like detaching this, and you're searching X, and then also Warrior.
And this one is a level 4 light, so you can tack on for it.
True. So you can tack on for the whole engine. Then the 2 cards to use with the Reflecia, which is Plasma Hole and Gravedigger's Trap Hole. This card's also really good against Fua. If you open Ice, your Fua line is 2 draws, and you end on 2 bodies, a duo with a material, Cross, and Plasma Hole, which is a pop 1, and then your choice of Detonator or Baguska, plus the Cross Negate, and with 2 draws. So you're not losing. I don't think we ever had a loss in testing after
doing this.
No. Then that's it for the engine, or the non-engine. Which is the advantage of playing this deck over the hybrids with Mitsu or Heraldics. You get a little bit more space for non-engine and a bit more flexibility, I guess. So the Floodgatey ones, you got to draw them.
Yeah.
If you don't draw them, you lose in top 8 to Andy, who wins the whole thing. And then the less good ones, but still good, you want to draw these in more or less pairs. Oh, and this one counters this one. This was relatively late edition. I think it was really good, especially because there's a ton of Baguska running around.
Yes, especially when you hit them with one of these, they go Baguska past, and you can then draw this.
Then you hit them with this, yes. And then also hitting them with this, you're hitting them with this. This card was very, very good. Often using it to dodge things on your own stuff. You play against Mermail or something, and then you just wins you the game on the spot. And then 2 more one-offs. So anti-draws. This is a really good board breaker card against, people who aren't doing the heraldic lot. Called by is called by. And then the 16th side deck card is 1 Protoss. You have no way to search this in the main deck. This is just here because I don't want it in the side deck. If you draw it, it's good. If you don't draw it, it's fine.
So how many times did you draw it?
More than I should have.
I drew it twice, and it lost me both games.
Nice. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. So we give and take.
Yeah, I was convinced.
John ended up on playing Flag in the main deck as well, which has its upsides. It's just
has downsides too.
Has downsides too. Extra deck is the end board pieces of these 4. These 2 are obvious. These are the good ones. If you make an end board of Detonator Cross Baguska, you realistically never lose. Reflecia is the play to help around Droll. It's also interaction. This is just a really fucking good card.
And it dumps for cost as well. So if you get dropleted or something, you can still dump the trap card and still play.
Yeah. And this card, which is phenomenal, and
that
also
is
if you end on even something like this, once you pop 1 with Plasma Hole, you can banish it and then summon this. So it just gives all your interaction more interaction. Ryzeal Mitsu pretty much can't out it. We are playing a card specifically to out this card because you really don't have any other option. Your options are basically make another copy that's bigger, try and do some shenanigans with Detonator Cross, which is really hard to do going second, or just make your own Baguska. So 99% of the time, people are just making their own Baguska to deal with this, and then eventually you win. This card summons a Baguska to their field, basically.
Yeah, it was quite funny because, in preparation, we thought that more people were going to be on this, but every time we summoned it, they were just like, I don't know what this card is.
Yeah, read it. So many of these cards are why are you reading this card? Surely everyone else has figured out this is good. But 2 duo. This is for the Fua line. You want to be able to send a duo off X to play around Fua. These are the searches now, sorry. And then the Banshee, because Banshee. Dugaris, because you need it to pair with this guy to beat over Lunalight. It's
Only when you
good
get
randomly.
flag on the field.
Yes, sometimes you'll send flag and then, or add flag and then discard it and then summon it back with this. If you've already normal summoned and there's no banish card, because we have no way to banish an engine. We're relying on our opponents to banish for flag. That's why we don't, well, that's why I don't main deck it. Yeah. Dagaris. Then the X
And towers out, you can beat everything.
Yeah, towers out. X sends, Eclipse Twins as Twins, Aggregator's Aggregator. This card's insanely good, especially with people on Solemns. If you send this to look to summon X, if they Judgment it, then you just hit a different one, or if they Warning it, you hit a different one, and if they don't, then you get to stick the body and chain block and then hit one anyway. So this is.
I was sending that most of the time. Honestly,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
correct.
In the default, you don't want to burn your aggregator as well.
Yeah.
when you
Yeah,
send it off.
especially because Aggregator makes this guy like a billion attack. So when more people are on this, you actually get punished for sending this first turn.
Literally, it's 5k base if they've
Yeah,
aggregated you.
yeah.
It's so big.
Just boom. Yeah, no, I mean, going first, you're honestly usually sending either duo or I think twins. I started sending twins later into the event, just because you get talents 120 times. You're just like, fuck, I just want to be able to pop my own detonator. This is the Tachyon guy, and then these are the kind of more utility ones. Exciton's really good in this especially, because when you draw the Onomat guys, you want a quick effect detach to search again. So if for whatever reason you're going second, you have this guy and a Charmy or whatever. Oh, that doesn't work because you're normal summon. Whatever, you do this one.
And if for some reason they don't they let you have two bodies.
Yeah, they let you have two
press.
bodies. You go effect, detach this, you blow up the board, and then you search warrior, which is then full combo. Once you send, it's a bit more nebulous than that, but like, yes, you want a quick effect attach. And then Castell is the out to this.
Which came up.
This outing this came up more than Featherstorm did. So yeah, this card actually is just worth playing in the extra deck for its normal effect now. And this is an engine piece for the Onomat guy, because
show
this has to
Gaga
reveal the Gaga guy in extra deck. And anyone playing Gaga Girl is lying to you. They're
No,
trying to sell you a Gaga Girl. Side deck is 4 cards for Malice. Yeah,
Very wholesome and cool.
The best 4 cards against Malice. 3 Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is pretty much the only way that you beat Vanquish Soul without completely stopping their turn. Because end phase start will go to get the trap, and you lose because all their shit can't be destroyed. They regeki your board. It's just really unfun. You want to. This stops Vanquish Soul getting access to trap.
Ambiently good against Ryzeal as well.
Yeah, and also it's just like
Drive.
surprisingly good against a lot of matchups here. You can put it against Pure Mitsu because they always make IP, and then it's just trades with IP, which is almost half their interaction.
Good into Lunalight.
Good into Lunalight, good into some Ryzeal variants that rely a bit more on duo drive.
And sometimes signing patterns,
Yeah.
just chuck one in.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah, and sometimes okay against Malice as well. Then Thrust package. So Thrust, these are the targets basically. This is a target through Bonfire. So going second into Malice, you're basically siding in this. And then whenever they banish any of your cards at any point, you can just Thrust for Bonfire, for Flag, for Protoss, and win the game.
After you've baited their interaction.
After you bait their interaction. So, like, you throw 4s at them, force out their stuff because you're scaring them with Exciton or Detonator, and then you play 6 copies of Protoss. Yeah, it was very clean against Mouse, unless they mistake and arrest you, which happened to me by that guy. Yeah, and then these ones are obvious. These ones are for Malice. This is for Ryzeal. This is for kind of like Vanquish Soul or anything else random. I probably could have cut this. I'd still play Castell, and you could cut this, but there wasn't really anything that we wanted to side in more. Maybe the second Meows, but you know it's hard to argue against playing this if you want to play Thrust.
You're
You want to play
already on Castell.
Castell. It's like, yeah. I think the only time I used this I lost because I didn't have any follow-up. Yeah, that's the profile. It was a lot of fun. Sad I couldn't go back to back, but that's a bit of an unfair ask. The guy who won it, Andy, deserved it. He had and thanks to these two, the testing a lot as well. It was good testing. It was good fun. It's a good deck. I got a bit more lucky than these two did, which is what you need in this format. Yeah, thank you.